ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Daily Dimensions podcast. As always, I am your host, Smitty, back with another one. And as you can see, I'm joined by my boy, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Wasioinkey. How you doing, man? How you feeling?
Yeah.
Insert the claps, insert the claps.
I was hearing claps in my head. I'm doing very well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm good. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm
That's
all
what's
right.
up. That's what's up. Amen.
And before, because we gonna put that in a whole separate clip, but we was chopping it up before for the people tuning in now. And this is gonna be a good interview. I'm excited about it already.
Oh man, you making me nervous. That's why I'm drinking so much water.
Ain't no reason to be nervous, dog. We just having conversation.
So then we chilling.
All right. So when I when I say the word Tracy, what comes to your mind?
Dang. You was doing research.
Because that was my introduction to you.
Really?
Like 10 years ago or however many years ago. That was my introduction because June was playing the song. And I was like, oh, this kind of dope.
Dang. Tracy, that's when I was like I had lost a whole bunch of weight. And it
Mm,
was like a kind of alter ego, which kind of feel weird to say now. Um, but yeah, it just make me think about when I was like super duper fit, jogging every day, and just it's so weird because I was actually talking to my wife about this. Um, I feel like chubby people, fat people, they kind of get ignored in the society. And it was just like a weird time where I felt like I was getting a lot of attention because I lost a lot of weight, and it was just weird. It was just a weird time. So
so do you feel like it's two questions I want to ask. One is coming from what you're saying, but do you feel like people started to care about you more or like really see you more, I guess, I don't know, popular or want to be your friend more now that you were a new version of yourself?
it was just a lot of attention that I wasn't used to getting.
Mm,
And it was very weird because I was the same person, but
yeah.
people just it's like people just started treating me different. And it was really weird. It was strange. And the name Tracy actually came from I was working at Walmart at the time. That's how I lost so much weight. So if you want to lose weight, go push cart
That'll,
at
hey,
Walmart.
that'll
But
do it.
I went to go get this girl's number, and she asked my name, and I forgot what I said. I must have said something that sounded like it wasn't Wazzy because I wasn't going by Wazzy at the time. Um I don't know what I said to her, but she said, "You said Tracy?" And I said, "Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Said, I think
that's
I did.
exactly what I said."
Said, write that down. It's Tracy.
Exactly. That's precisely what I said. I did say Tracy.
Oh,
But
man.
yeah, that's what comes to mind. We was just me and my wife was just talking about this. That's crazy.
And then, so coming with that, right? Was that your first real dose of like, okay, people are seeing me in a different light? Because I know it came with music and it came with different attention and all these different things. And like, how did you adjust to this newfound attention in your life? Because that could really change people.
I didn't adjust. I was terrible. I was, it was terrible. It was a huge paradigm shift because literally like people that it's not. I guess I could. It's probably parallel to getting a whole bunch of fame, and I can say that because I feel like I've experienced both of those things, and it's the same type of thing. It's like you are still the same person. It's everybody around you that's treating you different
Mm-hmm.
for reasons unknown. I don't know. I guess when you lose a whole bunch of weight, it's maybe people respect you more because they know how hard of a thing it is that you did. Maybe I don't know. That's that's my logical brain trying to figure it out. But it's still weird that people treat you so differently and people want to be seen around you and want to take pictures with you and stuff like it's weird.
Yeah, that's
It was
definitely weird
very
energy.
it was very strange. So I don't know. I forgot the question.
You said you didn't adjust. I was asking how the adjustment was.
Oh,
You
okay.
said you
Yeah,
didn't
there was
adjust
there
though.
was no adjustment. As a matter of fact, I think it made me a little bitter and I don't know if I could say this word douchey
You can say it.
Okay, yeah. It made me very weird. It,
Is it safe to say there was a level of like slight arrogance that came with it?
arrogance, cockiness.
Cockiness. We could
It
go with
was
that. I'm trying to
it
find
was
the right word there,
it
other
was
than
it was
douchiness.
it was definitely cockiness. It was definitely like a uh, I like douchiness is the perfect word. It's literally what it
It
was. It
is
was
a good
like,
word though. I
yeah,
feel like nobody says that no more though. That's why I was trying to find a different word, but it works. If it worked for
that's
you, it worked for me, dog.
that's exactly the word because it's not like I was overconfident in my skills at something. I just it was just like a weird character development that happened.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
You was just entering into a new phase. It was a new character unlocked.
It was weird. It was weird. I was drinking a lot. I was partying a lot. Not that I wanted to. I just that's what my friends was doing. So I was doing all that stuff and just assimilating to the character of Tracy, I guess.
It's amazing how you can develop a whole new character
Yeah,
and
like your
become a whole
person.
new person. You're the
Yeah,
same person,
bro.
but a new person at the same time.
That's exactly what it was, and it was very weird.
And we're gonna spin back to that. Remember, I said that about
Okay.
becoming a new character.
Okay.
All right. So the next song, because I remember telling you before, different songs, but it's about progression. So
Yeah.
then from Tracy, right? That's my introduction to you. That's how I figured out who you were.
Yeah.
We get the flawed.
Yeah.
Flawed
That's
is
my
one of them
jam.
songs. I love it. And I don't know, for me, it felt like it was like an air of like, I don't know, still wanting to be accepted, but like accepting yourself at the same time.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
coming into my own. Like I that's the it's crazy. That song I I I gained if I gained a lot of attention for losing weight and becoming Tracy, I gained better attention from Flawed because that's I was actually putting my actual self out there.
Mm.
And I feel like that's the first song that made me realize, oh, I could talk about my actual life and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
People want to hear this. And it's my first I don't want to say viral. It's my first song that got like without me pushing it crazy, like people was just pushing it on their own.
Yeah.
So it's
I
the
think
first
what you were
song that got
saying
me
in
a
that
lot of
song,
attention.
a lot of people could relate to it in a way.
Yeah,
I think it was one of your more relatable songs.
yeah,
And in there, you mentioned in a couple of your songs, you mentioned family a lot.
yeah.
You mentioned your dad in some songs, you mentioned your mother in some songs. What does family mean to you? And like, how do you see yourself as a person in a family?
Well, I was raised by my dad. My mom is still in Haiti, so I didn't grow up with her. I haven't seen my mom since I was like maybe 10 years old, and I'm 30. I'm going on 33 now. I never say the age I actually am. I say the age that I'm gonna be. So in Florida, when I say 23, whole life in front of me, I was actually 22. But
Okay.
yeah, I was raised by my dad, and I really love my dad. Everybody know I love my dad. I say it all the time. You know I love my daddy.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Loud and proud.
I love my dad. He worked really hard raising me and my sister. Um he he still is. It's weird because my dad don't believe in God now, so it's weird just thinking about that. But he raised,
Now,
yeah, he don't believe in God anymore.
but okay.
It's weird.
We're gonna get
Um,
into that. That's different.
yeah, it's weird. But how do I see myself in a family?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of like I don't know if everybody feels this way. I'm kind of the F up of the family, I think.
The F up.
Yeah. Like
Every family got one.
yeah, I'm that of my family. Like my sister, she got like a good job and she, you know what I mean? She went to school. She just graduated school, I think. My brother, he's like I'm the one in the family. I don't have a license still to this day. I still don't have a
No,
driver's. Nah, I don't got a driver's license. I got
hey,
my
you making it
permit.
work, bro. Not the,
I got
how
my
long you had the permit,
appointment.
dog? How
Hey,
long you had the permit?
don't worry about it, bro.
It's a
But like
Connecticut
that's
permit still.
nah, it's
Right.
Georgia. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of see myself as like the I'm the artist of the family.
Yeah. And
So
I
I'm
could imagine coming from a Haitian background, like they looking at you like, yo, bro, what you doing?
yeah, until they started seeing like I was actually paying my bills.
Hey, that'll do it. And they're like,
Then
oh,
everybody shut up
my
after that.
son's a superstar. He's
But you know,
famous.
the crazy thing about my dad is I feel like my dad uh he always supported me.
Mm,
Like my dad always supported my creative and artistic whatever size. Like he always asked me how's the music going. He always asked me how's the photography going. Like it's not like a hey, did you get a real job yet? Or anything like that. It's everybody else.
yeah.
Hence the song flawed. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure I said something about people asking me when I'm going back to school. I did say that. I literally said that.
Mm,
Uh yeah. So but my dad, he if it would have been my dad asking me that, I would have specifically said that. But my dad, he's always been supportive of me.
okay.
Yeah.
And then speaking of support, right? This is more of an artist question because I'm trying to stay away from the artist questions and like, but
Nah, listen, bro,
do
do
you
your thing.
no, it's just like I have a set thing and then it's whatever it comes to me and I just love letting
All
it
right,
flow, bro.
bet.
But do you feel as though getting support as an artist when you first started was easy? Did you feel like you had to like did Connecticut support you the way they should have in the beginning, or did you really have to
Yeah.
get on first?
Nah, yeah, they did support me how I as looking at hindsight, it's like, no, of course people support me. But in the beginning, I was making terrible music. So shouldn't nobody had supported me. I hear the stuff that I was making back then, and I'm like, ew. A lot of it I can't listen to now. Like
Be like that.
I was really into neo soul for some reason, but I can't sing like that. Like I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? I'm auto tuned up.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm heavily auto tuned. I got the auto tune plugin ready just in case something got to go crazy up in here. You know what I'm
No
saying?
way.
You know what I'm saying? I stay
Like,
with the auto tune on deck. But yeah, the stuff that I was doing, I feel like when I got hot,
yeah.
people supported me, and that's when they should have supported me when I was hot. If I'm trash, just let me be trash and let me figure it out.
And I appreciate that answer because it's for whatever reason in this creative space,
Yeah,
a lot of people will like there are those who are like, I'm gonna just continue to get better and whoever comes to support me will support me.
yeah.
And then there are those where it's like, man, yo, I've been doing this for a long time and nobody supports me. And it's like,
You
you
probably trash.
you might not be that good, bro. You might not be
Eh,
that good. Like, I want to
Beloved,
support you, but it's not good.
respectfully, in all love and respect, you probably are trash. When people didn't support me, I was trash.
Oh yeah.
I was very trash. Even the stuff that was kind of good that had potential, don't nobody care about no potential.
Nah, they want to see results. As a consumer, they want to see results, man.
And also, you shouldn't be making music for people in your city to praise you. If that's what you want, I don't know what to tell you. Like
Mhm.
even to this day, like Connecticut is not my biggest market, so it don't matter in the grand scheme of things. If y'all support me, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. But if y'all don't, so what? Yeah, you
So
know
I
what I'm
wasn't
saying?
making this for y'all, no way.
Hey, not listen. Yes, I was. Well, I think we all get into music. I think we all get into music to impress people. And that's definitely why I was doing it in the first place. But then I just with all my creative endeavors, I was just doing it to get better.
I appreciate that honesty. You the first artist I've ever heard say that.
For real.
Yes, that I was like doing it to impress people at first,
Of
but then
course.
later it became about me. You were the
Yeah.
first person I've ever heard say that. And I
Yeah,
appreciate that
bro.
honesty, dog.
I hope I don't know. That's it's just me. I don't know.
Ain't
I
nothing
think
wrong with
that's
that.
why everybody does it. Who knows?
So shifting from that, right?
Mhm.
You also put out a song called God Got Me. Is that the name of the
Mhm.
song? God Got Me?
Years later, we just
Yeah.
jumped
Oh
years.
no, we jumping.
Yeah.
And that song, so I revisited today.
Yeah.
And
You okay?
you see, I had to shift my body a little bit because I'm looking off in the distance. I ain't even,
Okay.
I'm like, but I didn't know there was the short film to it.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Bro, that hit me.
For real?
That hit me in a real way. I was like,
It-
man, because the beginning was already like on point, the acting. I'm like, okay, I get the story here and it's coming from a real place.
yeah.
But then you got hit by a car in the end of the video, dog. And I'm like, what? Why is he trying to do this to us?
I
Like
don't
playing with
know.
our emotions.
Listen.
And it was something you put at the end of the video that said, don't take chances with second chances.
Oh, wow. I don't remember that.
Hey.
I don't
So,
remember saying that.
bro, the end of the video, it says, don't take chances with second chances. And I said, man, that's a bar. I have to write that down.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I
So,
I haven't watched that because I have this weird thing about watching myself act.
mm,
It's like it's weird. I don't know.
it could be a little cringy watching yourself
Yeah,
act,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
you
cringy.
know?
It's like you was a little overacting on this part. You got drunk. But yeah, I don't remember that. But yeah, that's I don't know. That's cool. I thought you was gonna talk about the song. I forgot all the whole thing about the video. I
Bro,
didn't even
that's
know
all
there was.
right. I didn't even know that video existed till today, bro. I was looking at it and I said, oh, there's more than just the song. There's a whole film.
I'm gonna have to take that down. No, I'm playing.
That's
I'm playing. I'm playing.
crazy.
I'm playing. I'm playing.
But so sticking with that, don't take chances with second chances, right? Do
Yeah,
you feel that this new walk you've been on, I don't even want to say, I mean, it's new, but like
it's new.
you in it now though.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm dug
Do you
in.
feel like this new walk as a believer in God, as a Christian, as a follower of Christ, do you feel like this is your second chance and you're not taking a second chance with that second chance?
This like my second, third, fourth, fifth.
Fifth, sixth?
I feel like Jesus gives you all the chances until
Mm,
he don't. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's even biblical where the scariest thing is God giving you into your reprobate mind.
mhm.
I feel like God has given me a lot of second chances, but this time I'm actually aware of it.
You're not just
And
playing with it.
yeah, so I'm not playing with it. Not this time. I'm trying not to play with it. I'm not
it
playing.
it's a constant walk, you know, because
It
things
is.
things happen. You know, we're not perfect all the time.
It's a wrestle. Literally, it's the
Yes.
it's a wrestle, which is funny that Israel means he who wrestles with God, and Jesus said that Israel will be his firstborn, and since he died for us, we're all Israel. So it's like it's a constant wrestle with God, just trying to do the right thing. And I feel like if you're not wrestling with God, that means he don't care, like he's not looking at you no more, and that's scarier than wrestling with God.
Mhm.
I'd
It's
rather be wrestling.
either he's not looking at you or it's like there's a lack of conviction in your life.
Exactly.
You know, you really don't care too much. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do me.
If you don't care, then he he probably he don't care. So
You probably care less.
I want him to care. That's
You know what
it.
I'm saying?
So yeah, come keep. It's like Jesus always going to get. People say this. People. Jesus always going to get the one from the
Yeah,
99.
leaving the 99 to get the one.
Yeah, leaving the 99 to get the one. He's not gonna stop doing that.
It's so true because it's
Yeah.
like once God is locked in on you, no matter
You
how hard you
you're
try to
his.
ruin it, he's
Yeah.
coming back to get you.
Yeah, especially if you belong to him. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And that's again, that's a comforting thing. Like I be talking about this with my wife. Like every time it feels like God is chastising us, it's like, well, thank you. I'm glad you really still care because it's God chastises those he loves. So if he ain't love you, you wouldn't get in trouble. How come everybody else could steal and do all this and get rich? Because they don't belong to him.
It's
You
it's
belong
different.
to
You
him.
held to a different set of standards, a different
Yeah.
different code of ethics.
With your little
You can't
poor
move.
self.
You can't move like
You
everybody else. You gotta get up
gotta
out of there.
stay broke. What
You
you
said, I'm
talking
gonna be
about?
outside too. No, you
Hey,
can't be outside.
you can't be outside. Build your treasures up in heaven. Stop
You know
playing
what
with it.
I'm saying? So where where did the shift happen for you though? You know, because you mentioned openly that like you used to be someone who was very against God. You know, like
Yeah.
there was no resemblance of a walk with God in your life. Like you were the furthest thing from it. And then for me, as a fan, a consumer, whatever, it goes from like, okay, Wazzy the artist to
Mhm.
your video of you getting baptized. And I'm on the outside. I don't know what takes place in the middle. So what was that middle for you? And how did we get to this man we see today?
Well, like I said, my dad, I grew up Catholic. Um, I had communion, baptism, confirmation, all of the Catholic things, Roman Catholic things that happen. I did it all. Um, so I had a the Bible says raise a child up uh in the right way and he'll never go astray. Something like that along those lines. I'm paraphrasing.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the faith, I guess. I had the teachings in me somewhere. And I in retrospect, I would say I more so rejected God more than I didn't believe in God. And I think it's because as a youngster, I had a lot of questions that nobody could answer. And I guess I was asking the wrong people, but the only answers I would get is, hey, you're going to hell for thinking that. So I kind of just rejected God. You know what I mean? At a
Yeah,
young age, like, nah, I don't want to go to hell just because I have questions. Well, then I don't believe in this then. And it that rejection, me rejecting God and me feeling rejected because of my questions just turned into kind of anger, I guess.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Resentment towards God for some reason, and all the people that said those types of things to me, and just just weirdness. But the crazy thing is, I've always had like a strong conscience. I knew
yeah.
I was doing things wrong.
You
You
were
know what
kind
I'm
of
saying?
aware. You knew what was
Yeah.
happening.
I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm like super aware. Like I even back then I didn't like to party and to this is why I had to drink so much, or this is why I felt like I had to drink so much because I was doing things I didn't want to do. Like, you know what I mean?
I can
Like,
understand that.
yeah, being social and being like, I don't want to do none of this. I want to stay inside the house and play video games and eat chips or whatever the
Yo, and
case
just
may
chill
be.
out. I could definitely relate to that. I think I
Nobody
had a
want to be out
similar
here.
experience in
Yeah.
college, right? Because like I was when I came into college, and I've said this on episodes, my goal was to make the dean's list. I never
Hmm.
made that shit.
Dang, bro.
Never made it. And it's because slowly I just adapted to what was around me instead of being me.
Yeah, you assimilated.
And I didn't even like going to the club.
Hmm.
I started going because everybody else was going. And then I
Yeah.
didn't even like drinking, but then I started
Yeah.
drinking because everyone else was drinking. And drinking made the club tolerable.
Yeah, it made it
It
exactly.
made it
Tolerable
tolerable.
is
So
the
I'm like,
word.
okay, well, if I'm going to the club, then I might as well drink. And then next thing you know, you got a habit. And it's like, I don't want to do this no more.
And that being a casual alcoholic is crazy. That's wild. Because next thing you know, you drinking when you not going to the club just because it's an
Mhm.
addiction. Like, what the heck am I doing?
And it was to the point for me, even where like I always had to keep a bottle in my house. Even if I wasn't going nowhere, I just had to have it just in case. Like, yo, if something I got it already, let's go. We out.
Bro, I was
And,
embarrassed to go to the liquor store because the lady would see me every 2 days. Like it was embarrassing. So I would go to the liquor store towards the end of my bottle while I'm already drinking, so I didn't care. It was weird, bro.
yo, it'll do it to you.
Yeah, bro. That was weird.
But it's interesting that you said like people kind of made you feel like shame or like you're going to hell for having questions.
Yeah.
And it's like
They was
You
kids.
should have questions. They was kids. Okay.
They was
In my
kids.
head, it's adults. Okay.
Nah, it
Kids.
wasn't adults.
They was dumb. I
Yeah, they
okay.
didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was like I don't know what the priest he was in a Catholic church. The priest
Nah,
was doing it. Do they have
nah.
deacons in a Catholic situation?
I don't know what they got. I think they got priests. I don't
Okay.
know. Mm-mm.
None or something. Catholic churches, this is side, it don't got nothing to do with nothing, but it do. Catholic churches are scary. I
You
don't know
think
how
so?
you did that. I think they're scary, bro.
I think they're beautiful.
I stepped in a Catholic church one time as a kid and I was uncomfortable. And mind you,
Really?
it was one of them Catholic churches where the service was in Spanish.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. Bro, I didn't know what was
You
going
went to
on.
St.
And I
Peter's too?
was where is that? On East Main Street?
Nah.
Okay. I was at the one I went to was on East Main Street. It was near Rainbow Restaurant. I don't know if Rainbow Restaurant's still there,
Mm.
but it was weird for me, dog. I ain't like it.
Because of the statues, maybe.
Yes, they all
Yeah.
looking at you.
Yes,
The
the
service was
statues
long,
and the paintings and the glass mosaic. I don't know what they call them things on the glass.
entirely uncomfortable. Didn't like
I
it.
think it's beautiful. I I don't know. I like gothic stuff. Like not like I'm a super fan of gothic, but I think it's kind of beautiful. But that
Maybe I could appreciate it now.
yeah, maybe now. I don't know.
8-year-old me was not a
Yeah,
fan.
it's terrifying
Was not a
because they're
fan.
huge.
Bro, this yes, biggest ceiling I had seen at the time. I'm like, this is a
Yeah.
lot going on in here. And it's dark.
The music loud.
There wasn't no
It's
real lights. It was just sunlight. It was creepy, bro. I don't
it's
know.
spooky.
I wasn't a fan. I don't know
I
how
didn't
they
know
be
church. I didn't know church wasn't like that everywhere. Like the
mm,
first time I went to like I don't even know what denomination I went to, but I went to my friend's church and they had people playing the drums. I was like, "What is y'all doing in here?"
so y'all got instruments in there?
Drums, yeah. It's like I'm just used to the organ.
Mm,
I'm used to that. I'm like drums.
so where they do that
Where's
at?
where's your robe? Where's the statues?
So
So
where are the
I had no
candles?
I had no idea.
Mm-mm.
But I could see that being scary.
So doubling back on track now, right? So God got me.
Hmm.
That was about 5 years ago. I saw it on YouTube. I
Maybe.
think was the date it said on there 5 years ago, right?
That's a 2018
And
record.
shoot, so like 6 years now,
But
about to be six.
the video was a year later for sure.
So
But I
then, okay.
hmm
So then, from then to let's say 6 years later now, right? We
yeah.
get the video of your testimony, which you beautifully shared, and thank you for sharing that. As part of how we connected even here today with everything. But was it easier for you to make God got me or to make the video about your testimony?
God got me for sure. What do you mean? The video for God got me or
Well,
everything for
everything
God got
attached
me?
to God got me, the video,
Everything
the
attached,
song, the creative process, all of that,
every
or
single thing attached
every
to God
last part of
got
it.
me was way easier than setting up the camera and doing that testimony video. There's
Man,
like there's like at least 15 minutes before that video of me saying a whole bunch of stuff that had nothing to do with the video. But that video, I feel like it took me I haven't been posting on social media since like I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 weeks because someone asked me about my testimony and I told them I was gonna share it with them tomorrow and tomorrow never came and I just like was like, yo, I can't lie about this. Somebody is asking me about this. I have to do this now. Like
hmm
I have to share this. And I just felt guilty doing any other type of content before I started doing that video. So I started stressing about doing the testimony. So I started gaining mad weight because I was stress eating about doing the video. So that made me more not want to be on camera. It was just a weird little spiral of stuff. And then I finally, what made me do the testimony video? I just thought of I don't know what I watched. I watched something on YouTube about, all these artists and how they kind of like are devil worshippers. I'm like,
hmm
yo, they are so bold for
Talk about it.
For
Talk
the
about it.
devil, like what am I doing being scared to be bold about Christ? Like, what am I talking about? I was mad at myself. I was like, what are you doing? Go. It
So
was
how
four
could I
o'clock
ever
in the
be
morning.
scared?
Exactly, bro. It's like,
Mhm.
yo, the devil don't got no power. Like, get out of he's the one holding you back. Get out and
Mhm.
go do the dang video. So I did the video. And as soon as I started talking about it, I started talking about it. Like it was just natural. I just did it regularly. But yeah, it took a while. I knew I was gonna cry too, and I was really
You knew
trying.
it before you started?
Bro, every time I tell the story, I cry.
Man.
Every single. So don't ask me about this. I'm not gonna tell you.
So you're not gonna
Not-
reshare it right now?
You're not gonna. No, 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 no. You can put a clip if you want. I'll send you
We'll
the
stitch
full
it in or
HD
something.
version. But yeah. Every time I share that story, it makes me emotional because it's
Yeah.
real. It really happened.
You
So
lived it. That's your life.
yeah, exactly, bro. And then when I every time I tell somebody the story, they tell me something new that like has me more dug in. Like somebody said, God inhabits the praises of his children.
Of his people, yeah.
Me not knowing how to pray and saying thank you, that's praise. So it makes so much sense that when I stood up, I felt the Holy Spirit like that. Cause literally, I'm telling you, bro, that's the only words I said the whole time.
Mhm.
So it's just affirming. It's faith affirming. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man, this is dope. So you said that like obviously the testimony was harder than God got me, right? And you're
The
getting up
song was
there
the
and
easiest thing out of everything.
you're sharing this story, right? Do you was part of it easier because um speaking in that way is still new to you, whereas music is something that has already been in you for so long?
I don't have a problem with speaking at all. I just don't like talking to two people.
So I don't want to talk to him.
As I'm in an interview. And it's because I I don't know if it's I'm afraid I'm gonna say the wrong thing, but I don't like to I'm already a person that's always in my head. And I don't
Mm,
like to have to think too much about what I have to say. I'm not gonna call it anxiety because I'm not gonna speak that over my life.
I hear you. Don't claim it.
Right. But adjacent. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the I guess I just be in my head too much
Mm,
when I be talking. And I feel like when I'm comfortable with somebody, I might say something, I might say something that might make you look at me weird. But so I only like talking to people that I'm really comfortable talking to.
that you could be yourself with.
Yeah, because it's like no, not everybody needs to hear what it is that I have to say. Because I really have, think, I think a lot about the stuff that I say, and if you know what I'm saying, I might say something that you might not like, and I don't want to have to deal with those consequences of whether,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It's not
Especially
that
when you somebody in the public eye, you know, and they're like, ah man, I gotta walk this back and
I
what
don't
people gonna
care
think.
about that either. It's just really the expending energy.
Mm,
You know what I mean? I'm lazy. I don't wanna have to have this conversation with you and I'm just, oh no, that's not what I meant or what I really okay. You don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't know.
hey,
I hurt your feelings. You don't want to talk to me no more. Okay.
okay.
That's what it is. I'm just
So
I'm weird about talking to people.
since you've been on this walk with Christ, right?
Yeah.
What has been the most challenging part? Because a lot of people come into it and it's like, yeah, man, you know, I just got baptized. I'm a different person now. And like, but that's when the real hard stuff kind of starts for most people. I know for me it was. So, like, what has been one of the more challenging things for you, if anything?
Music.
Mm,
My relationship with music. Um music. Music has been the most challenging part. Everything else, lust is conquered. Like it's done. And I was exposed to sexual things really young, and it plagued me my whole life. But nowadays, it's like, oh well, whatever. I'm over that. Like I just turn my face. I rebuke it. But music, I have a very complicated relationship with music because it is a source of pride for me. Like wanting
Mm.
to be the best, being the best. You see how I'm getting
Talk
into
about it.
it?
Talk
Listen,
about
no. I mean, but
it.
it's music. Music is. I had a period of time, maybe like 2020 to 2021, where I didn't do any music because I was just like, yo, the music industry is demonic.
Entirely. Like
I
every
don't
aspect
care,
of it.
bro. I don't care how anybody feels about that. The music industry is demonic, and it's like, yo, I don't want to be a part of this, and I'm adding to this by glorifying sin. This is what I'm doing. And then I had a God, do you want me to do music type of thing? And I feel like God never answered me. But
Mm.
I feel like God has answered me because I was just reading Exodus and God told Moses, "Hey, go do this." And you know what Moses said?
What he said.
He said, "Get somebody else to do it, Lord." He literally said, "Can you please send somebody else?" You know what God did right after that?
What happened?
He tried to kill Moses.
Smoke. Get him about it.
Moiked. And his wife saved him. Moses' wife saved him. So nah, when on top of that, I feel like God gives you gifts. It's
Thousand
up to
percent.
you how you use them. So if God gave me this gift of doing music, I have to do the music for his glory. Yeah, I was doing it for the other reasons before,
Oh yeah.
but
We talked
yeah,
about it.
listen, hey, whatever. But now I have to use it for his glory. I can't just be like, oh no, I'm never doing music again. But it is a careful. I'm trying to walk a line, and
Mm.
matter of fact, I'm not trying to walk a line. I'm trying to walk in the straight and narrow of that because I don't really. Let me not lie. I do want recognition for my music, but more so I want God to get the glory for whatever it is that I do in whatever case. And
Mm.
I want to represent him and put him first. I don't care about being famous. I do care about being respected. And I do still have that. I want everybody to know I'm nice. But I don't want to be famous. I don't like fame. I don't like attention.
I
I
hear
like
you.
respect. I love respect.
Heavy on the respect.
Heavy on the respect. Super heavy. But that's it's the hardest thing is probably dealing with is music and my anger. I still have like I still have anger problems that I'm
You gonna
stress
get through them.
stress management that I'm trying to, and you really have to you really have to practice leaning on Jesus. You in
Hmm.
those moments I'm learning to say, Jesus, I'm very angry right now. Please take this from me. You know what I mean?
And that's such like that's a next level relationship with God.
Yeah.
To be in that moment and know this is how I'm feeling, but to in
Yeah.
that moment say, God, this is what's up. I know you see what's happening.
Yeah.
Take this from me.
Please take this
Because
from
if you leave it with me, it's not gonna go
Yeah,
well.
I'm not gonna do nothing good with it. And even one thing I tried, this is gonna sound crazy, because Jesus said, even if you have anger in your heart, that's they said thou shalt not murder, but if you have anger in your heart, that's murder. I
Mm.
be saying to myself when I'm really mad, I be like, yo, do I want to kill this person? Do I want them to die? No, I don't want them to die at all. So what next? You know what I mean? Like what next? If you don't want them to die, then what are you upset about? And then maybe Jesus take this from me is next. So
Mhm.
I'm trying to find ways.
And it's important, right? As a follower of Christ, as someone who's walking with God daily, like one of the toughest places to be is to be in a place where you're fully dependent on God, but it's
Yeah,
also the best place to be.
it's the best
It's
place.
the best place to be. But it's
I'm
like
not there yet, but I'm trying.
that being dependent takes
Yeah,
a certain level of vulnerability that a
yeah,
lot of people don't have in a
yeah.
personal life. So then to have it with God, it's like this is foreign to me.
Because we're literally taught the opposite.
Mhm.
Believe in yourself. Love
Yes.
yourself.
Follow your heart.
Follow your heart. That's evil.
It's
That's wicked. The heart is
the
wicked.
worst
What are you
advice you
talking
could
about?
give somebody,
Bro, it's
man.
terrible. It's terrible, but we're like inundated with this type of thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
When really we should be leaning on the creator of the whole universe. What are you talking about?
The man who knows what he's doing. He done been there, done that, seen it
And he
all.
sees it. Yeah. So yeah, that's in my I feel like I've been called to read the Bible again from front to back. The first time I did it, my wife wanted me to do it. So I did it reluctantly. But this time I'm like, bro, like as soon as I get off this call with you, like I know exactly where I'm going.
Oh yeah, right to that word.
I'm going straight to Leviticus because I just finished Exodus last night. I'm trying to stay awake to read it because I'm like, yo, no, I gotta finish it. But I'm like, so just seeing God's relationship with his people and just like being in it now. I think the thing is called Christophanies, where you find Jesus in the Old Testament. I'm looking for the Christophanies. I'm like hungry right now for the word. So
Yeah,
I'm going crazy, bro.
that Leviticus is a hard one though. It's a lot of
Rule.
laws and
Yeah, there's a lot of
rules,
laws and stuff.
legality, and
Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. When they was talking about in Exodus, when they was talking about the specifications of the tabernacle, I skipped right over those. I'm I'm not even gonna act like I read all of that stuff. I said, "Oh, okay, you giving instructions. Let me just
well, okay, this is the blueprint. I get
exactly.
you.
This for somebody else. This
So I ain't no architect, but I
right.
get it. I get the general idea.
This for the other guys. The
My
weird
man,
thing is, I actually went to school for architecture, so it's not
that's really crazy that you skipped it because you probably the only one that understood it.
skipped right over it.
That's really crazy.
Don't understand a word.
So now that your music glorifies God, right? And
Yeah,
understanding, I know you see it the same way that like all music is praise and worship. It's just a
yeah,
matter of who you're praising and worshiping.
yeah.
Do you feel like one, do you feel like more people should use their musical gifts for glorifying God? Like for the artist that's a believer but is still making that secular music, do you feel like they should make that turn?
This is so funny that you asked me this because somebody reached out to me and I guess they're a Christian and I didn't know they did music. I thought they wrote books. But they were like,
It's a big difference, dog. It's a big difference.
I know,
It's
I
not
guess
even close.
no,
That's not
listen, the person is an author. So they
okay.
asked me, and I still haven't responded yet. They asked me, they
There's a
want to
theme
do
here with you not responding to people. It's okay. All
let's not
right.
call attention to things that don't need attention. Call it to them.
Yeah,
So the thing is, I don't like their music. I don't think it's good.
hear you.
I also don't think it's my place to judge somebody else's servant. That's God's servant. So if God is telling you to do music, then it's for somebody, but it's not for me. So
Hey,
I can't.
I
I
hear you.
cannot answer that question.
It's an
But
audience for everybody.
listen, you have to know why are you doing this? There's a lot of things I could do, but I don't do. I
Mm,
Everybody could be selling drugs. Everybody shouldn't sell drugs.
probably shouldn't.
Everybody could be a painter. Everybody can't paint. Use
Mhm.
the paint one for the clip. Just take the drugs out if you're gonna
Yeah, yeah,
take the
yeah.
drugs one out.
They
That was
might flag
fun.
that one. They
Yeah,
might
they
flag
might
it.
flag it. Yeah, but you should use your gifts for God, but make sure it's a gift and not, you know what I'm
Not a
saying?
hobby, not a, not something you just want to get into.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you.
You got to be gifted. And it's so funny cuz again, this is in Exodus. I just read this how God was saying, all right, these are all the things, these are all the specifications, and I'm going to put my spirit of wisdom into the people that are to do these things so that they could do them. The people who are good at sewing, the people who are good at uh uh whatever
Yeah,
masonry, I guess, I don't know. The people who are good
architect.
at building, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, this is so crazy that God is literally saying, I gave you these gifts. Use them for me. So yeah, if God gave you a gift, if God gave you a gift, you should use
Mhm.
it for him. But sometimes you're not gifted.
Sometimes you're not gifted, dog.
Sometimes that's not your gift. And you got to go find out what really is your gift because we need plumbers.
It's like the memes and be like, hey,
We
listen, you
need
don't gotta be a rapper.
electricians. Exactly,
We need
bro.
carpenters, we need more mechanics,
Bro. And it
HVAC.
also it's weird for me to say that to people because again, when I started, I sucked.
We all start somewhere.
I had potential though.
I think you stick around long enough to see if it's a gift, and you should know after about a year. I might even give you two if you're good or not. If
You-
you're at the same point 2 years later, you might not be that good.
I think I think I think I think sticking with something is a gift too. Like being able to stick with something and God gives you the passions of your heart if you're faithful to him, if you're obedient to him. So maybe if you want that gift, maybe God will give it to you, but you have to know why you want that gift. God knows I don't want to be famous. So maybe that's why he gave me the gift.
You might be able to use it a little bit better.
You know, cuz I don't want the fame, but it's the respect part. That's kind of, I don't know. It's a thin line between respect and pride, I guess. So,
Where do you notice it? Because right, because that's I think the second time you brought up the respect part. Where do
mhm.
you notice instances of disrespect?
What do you mean? Like
Right,
music
because
wise?
yeah, because I think that's what you're saying in the respect lane, like for people to respect the artistry, or
No.
is it to respect you as a person, or
No,
both?
it's more so to know that I'm good at this thing.
Mm,
You know what I mean? And this is why this is why I said it's a thin line between the pride and respect. I want I want the recognition of knowing that I'm really good at what it is that I do. I
mm,
want that. When I love when I walk into a room of people who don't know me or step into a virtual room of a whole bunch of songwriters who don't know me at all, are not familiar with my work, and then they hear it for the first time and they're like, "Yo," and I'm like, "Yeah."
yeah, I did
You
that.
know, yeah.
That's,
But
that's
that's what I'm saying. I like that, but I have to be humble in that too. I have to know that I'm good, but still be humble. Like
Thank
you
you for expanding on that
yeah.
because I think a lot of people, I know I personally can relate to it, where it's like, even in this space that I'm in with podcasting and everything
Mhm.
else that I do, right? There's moments where I'm sitting right here
Yeah.
and I'll record something or do something, or I'll say something in a podcast episode and I'll finish it up. And at the end, I'll be like, yo, I'm really like
I'm
that.
nice like that.
I'm nice for real. Like, I'm really him. Like, I said that. And I'm
Bro,
like,
listen. I
God,
like
I don't know
your
where it came from,
podcast.
but you did it. I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
I really like your podcast because you actually, I don't know what it is, but some people they start podcasts, but they don't know how to talk to people.
You see a lot of that. It's a lot of people that don't know how to talk. They talk, but they don't know how to talk.
It's weird. It's like, are you even interested in the person that you like? What are you talking about? Why are you asking these weird questions? Generic. Like, did you do it
Yeah.
journalism?
Yo, because the last thing you want is to bring somebody on your platform, right? And just to ask them general questions or like pop questions or like hot topic questions. Like you brought them on here, you gotta make it about them. And like you gotta have an interest in that, which is why I haven't done interviews in a long time.
Some people suck at journalism, bro.
I haven't done interviews in like maybe like 7, 8 months
For real?
for that reason. Like I haven't found somebody where I'm like, yo, I really want to do this interview with them. I've just been doing episodes by myself. And like
Uh,
this just happened organically. And it was something that was already in my mind. I just
yeah.
never reached out.
Well, I appreciate it. I reached out to you, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it just came up in conversation.
Yeah, it did. It did. But I was like, I remember seeing your show and being like, I love this is gonna sound weird. I love anybody who's Christian. You know how they say I'm rooting for anybody black? I'm
You
rooting
root for
for
anybody
anybody
in the
Christian.
kingdom.
And everybody in the kingdom that's really in the kingdom that ain't on that prosperity gospel, I'm rooting for.
Yeah. Not the Joel Osteen.
Hey, listen,
Can I say his name on here? I don't even
it's
know how to
not
say
even
that.
him. I'm
It's
talking
a couple.
about.
There's some new ones now.
Listen, I don't,
There's some new
I
ones
ain't
out there
gonna say,
now.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
I'm not either, but I feel like we thinking the same people. But it's some new ones out there
I
that's
feel like
doing
we is thinking the same
they
people.
doing a little too much for my liking, and I'm just not a fan.
Listen, anybody pouring syrup on the
All
Bible,
right, see, we on the same page.
I ain't with that.
You
Again,
can't even find
haircuts
that
on
Easter
the
service no more. I tried to find the video; it's
good. Don't
gone.
nobody need
It's
to find it. It
he's
don't need to be seen by nobody.
not a single person.
I knew it. I knew you.
Mm-hmm.
Knew. I knew I wanted to talk to you.
And I liked him at first. I liked him at first. I want, you know what I'm saying? What Kanye said, he said, I like some of the Gaga records. You know what I'm
This
saying? I
right,
like
right, right,
some
right,
of
right,
them.
right.
I like some of them.
But this is
But
what I'm saying about respect. And
mm,
you might start doing. He might have the gift. God gave him the gift,
he's
right?
definitely got a gift.
But he's not humble in the gift.
Mhm.
He's got the gift. It done puffed him up, and now he's taking it somewhere else. And that's exactly why I struggle with music. If God, I'm not gonna say everybody's gonna struggle with their talent or the gift that God gave them, but if God gave you a gift, you better be responsible with it.
Mhm.
Cause especially doing what he's doing, you you
Got
gonna
to be
have to
responsible.
answer for all of that.
Yes. There's souls on your hands. People
It
livelihood
make
on
me
your hands.
Bro, it make me question sometimes, yo, do you even believe in God? Because if you believed in God, why would you be acting like this? Why would you be doing? You don't
Mhm.
have no reverence? I don't know. Listen,
And it's like you said, bro, it's a thin line because I don't think anybody, well, some people probably do, but I think most people don't come into it thinking that they're going to be like that. They're like, yo,
mm-hmm,
I'm going to do this right. I
mm-hmm,
got good leadership.
mm-hmm.
I got people who hold me accountable. And somewhere along the line, that pride, bro, just starts leading to the downfall because it's like you see the success and you
Right.
start to attribute it to yourself.
To yourself.
And it's like, yo, look what I did. And it's like, no, look what God did through me.
Exactly,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? And it's
And
like
not like
he
how
can
Khaled
take
be saying it.
God did. But
Yeah,
it's
bro.
like he could take that away at any moment.
And
And
he's
we start thinking the gift is ours and the gift isn't
yeah,
yours. You're just someone
borrowing
who's
it.
you're babysitting the gift. You're stewarding
Yeah,
over the gift, you know?
exactly.
And you got to take it and
Exactly.
do something with it, but don't take it and do whatever you feel like with it. You still got to adhere to what God wants you to do with it. So I feel like he started off in a good space and something about that fame, bro. It just changed him, man. He started losing weight, bought some Teslas and new cameras, and ain't been the same, bro. He ain't been the same.
Listen,
If
I want the people in the pulpit. If you don't got like a blazer on, a suit, and a haircut, I don't want to hear what you got to say. I want you to be bald if
yeah,
you can.
couple gray hairs, please.
Listen, yes, exactly.
I
I
need
need
to know
to
you've
see
been here for a
wisdom
while.
on you. I don't want no super. I could rock the beard. I'm an artist. Shave your face. You getting on there? You supposed to look different.
So we
Something
might could do a goatee, but not a
might
full
could. Yeah,
situation.
yeah. Don't look like Rick Ross out here.
Don't get
It's
on there
cool for us.
with the ripped jeans and the Chelsea
Hey,
boots.
hey, listen. You know exactly what I'm talking about, bro. It's all of them.
Yo,
I'm like, nah, I ain't listening to nothing y'all got to say.
yo, I
Now,
feel like
Bodie Bakum, I'm gonna see. I like rocking with Bodie Bakum. I ain't listening
okay.
to the other people.
The
I'm sorry.
other people that will remain nameless, but we
Hey,
know who they are.
nameless. We know who they are. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Oh
Bible.
man,
It's not pancakes.
not IHOP, dog. It's not. I don't know. And then even I don't even know if I want to go there, but even so, even the person that he finds himself holding himself accountable to.
Mm.
You see the clip when he came in there talking about strippers and making it rain? Yeah. Okay. We'll just leave it there. I'm
Listen,
like,
bro.
is this who you that's who you
Listen.
adhere to?
You know what people don't realize? What was it? Aaron's sons.
Mm.
They tried to go into the tabernacle without washing themselves. Without, bro. God don't play. He burned them up. They died. They died, bro.
Hooked them.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's some stuff like, have you no reverence? Do you have no reverence?
Mm.
That's what I'm saying. These people must not believe in God for real. The way they be
And
at.
I think in the same way, you said the music industry is very demonic. I also
Mhm.
think that televangelism in a weird way is very demonic.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
You just gotta be have enough discernment to see through it
Yes.
because a lot of people and it's dangerous because that's a lot of people's first impression of God.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if your first impression of God is pouring syrup on a Bible, how much are
Right.
you really going to respect God's word
Exactly.
if we could just pour syrup on it?
Exactly. Who is that for?
Who's the target audience for that? And could you have delivered that message and made people understand it without that illustration?
Bro, just teach what's in the book, bro.
Just
Like,
show me the notes.
yeah, that's
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
Did you
Put the
did you read
PowerPoint up.
today? Or exactly, bro. Like,
Let me
what
see
is
the
you talking
PowerPoint.
about? Syrup.
How much of the budget is going into these
I,
illustrations? How much of
I
my tithe money
I don't
is?
even think syrup popped up in the Bible once. I don't
I
even
don't
think
think
they
so.
said anything about now honey out like maybe I could have connected something, but
You know what I'm saying?
they wilding, bro. I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
don't know.
Whew.
But
Man,
because we could stay there for a while, but deviating off of them.
forever.
Um, so I talked about one thing that you found challenging in this walk, but what is one thing that you found a lot of joy in your walk with God?
A lot of joy. I don't know how to answer that question, and I don't want to give you a false answer.
I appreciate that
Um,
honesty.
I feel like I have a lot more peace. Uh, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like people think being a Christian is this thing of, oh, I'm happy all the time now.
It's peaches
Not
and
saying I'm,
cream, man.
yeah. This when you read the Bible and you see you read in Revelation, you're like, uh,
So this is uncomfortable.
whoa.
I said, whoa.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know. I feel like yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how to answer that question. I just feel like I have an identity now. I think
Hey,
that's the best thing.
that's all the answer you need, man. You
Yeah,
know who you are now, and you know
exactly.
whose you are now. So
Exactly.
that's all that matter right there.
Yeah. I have an identity, and that's the best thing because I feel like a lot of people are searching for one, and I was searching for an identity for a long time. This is why I was hanging out with the people I was hanging out with, acting like something that I wasn't,
Mm.
acting in ways that didn't really agree with who I was on the inside for what? To fit in. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's a natural thing to want to fit in, but it's like I want to fit in with the kingdom
With
of
the
heaven.
right people. You
Oh, you
gotta,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
because it's natural for people to look for acceptance and looking for
Yes.
belonging. Like
Yeah.
in any phase of life, like
Yes.
people are looking for belonging, but you got to belong in the right spaces. And sometimes we'll force ourselves into places we don't belong because we just want to feel something. And it's like, nah, you need to get up out of there, dog.
Yeah, bro. It's like this is like what when I said to you, like I wanted to do your podcast because I was like, oh yeah, we you know what I'm saying? Like you one of them.
We're on the same type of time.
Exactly. So it's like I don't know how you feel about this. I haven't really dived deep into how you feel about this. I'm Christian before anything else.
Yeah.
I'm Christian before I'm an artist. I'm Christian before I'm Haitian, and I'm Christian before I'm black. So do with that what you will. I fit into Christian.
Yeah.
That's where I fit into. You know what I mean? I don't fit into anything else like that.
That's important because especially in this living in America in this politically charged world we find ourselves in, it's going to be certain interests that people want you to pick a side in or align with or be this way or be that way that align with someone who's a black person or someone who's a male or someone who's this or that, but like, does it align with who I am as
Male
a
or
believer in
female.
Christ? Yeah. And it's like at the end of the day, yeah, as a black person, this makes sense, but as a believer in Christ, this may not make sense.
Listen,
You know?
exactly. So it's always God first for me, and this is why again I don't really like to talk to people because I don't know what you're assuming about me because of what I look like, but this is why I wear this around my neck. So before you even see me, you could assume whatever you
Yeah.
want to assume by me having this on. Please assume it.
If
This
you're gonna make an assumption, make the right one.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Please assume it, whatever you want to assume, because I have this cross on my neck.
Said it's exactly what you think it is. It's exactly what you think it
Yes. Yes.
is.
Yeah, for sure.
um, two questions I want to ask you, and then we're gonna bring it to a close. But one is now that you say you're a Christian first before anything, and you're in a different space, and do you feel like you have to distance yourself from your former artist identity?
No,
No,
nah, we all know what Paul was doing before he wrote the Gospels.
slaying him. He was going crazy. He was just
What if we didn't know that about Paul?
mm,
You know what I'm saying? How powerful would what he's saying be if we didn't know that he was literally persecuting? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
This is who I was. This
It
is
would almost be eliminating the testimony.
exactly, bro.
Okay.
You exactly. You can't start a story from the middle. You start at in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? This is where I came from. This is what I was doing. This is how I was doing it. And now I'm not doing it like that no more. Now, do I only make Christian music? No. I get paid to make other type of music, but I don't curse in my music no longer, no matter who asks. Um, if something comes out and I was cursing before and they released it, I asked them probably to make a clean version. Um, I don't glorify sin in my music. I will drop songs like talking about my wife and how much I love her because
Yeah.
it's biblical to do so. You
That's
know
the
what I'm
right thing to
saying?
do.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, I don't really distance myself from who I am, but I do make I do have a artist profile which is just Emmanuel Cristiano, just in case you're looking for just that.
Yeah, that's where they
You
can
know what
find
I'm
it.
saying? Yeah. If you're looking for just that and you don't want to see me promoting that I work for a company that does custom songs, then go there. If you don't want to see a skit that I might do about, I don't know, or a camera tutorial, then go there. You know what I'm saying? But I still am who I am.
Okay. And
Mhm.
then I know I said two questions, but then you said something that made me think of another question. So
Hey,
here we
go
are,
crazy,
right?
bro. I'm having fun.
But
I'm relaxed now. I don't
yeah.
know. Yeah.
Oh no, I noticed the shift. I noticed it. You're but you mentioned your wife, right?
Yeah.
And that's something that for a lot of men, especially in this generation,
Yeah.
one finding a wife, it says he who finds a wife finds a good thing.
Yeah. Great
You know
faith.
what I'm saying?
Lord, you feel me? I'm blessed.
But also being a husband and what that means.
Yeah.
And then being a husband who's trying to lead in a Christian family, like being
Yeah.
that leader, like loving your wife like God loves the church and all of that.
Hmm.
Like, one, what does that mean to you as a husband,
You
especially
have
at your age?
questions today, huh?
You know what I'm saying? And then two, what advice would you give to other people in our age range who are trying to find that wife and trying to be that husband?
The wife probably already. You probably just been ignoring her for.
She there.
She there. I'm sure she's presented herself to you, multiple times. Um, man, I'm gonna try to remember the question. You said
We can
what?
always repeat it.
Yeah, repeat the question for me.
It
The
was a
first question.
two-parter. Some of them
Yeah,
questions be
just
loaded.
ask the first part and then ask the
Yeah.
second part.
Yeah. Well, uh-huh. So what does it mean to you to be a biblical husband?
Okay. To put God first, for sure. Um, the thing is, uh, my wife has been a Christian her whole entire life.
Mm,
God came to my wife at a very young age, which is it's so hilarious. 'Cause I feel like I usually I didn't date women that weren't Christians. And every time I tried, it was terrible. I just feel like Christian women have better values. That's
they
it.
should. Yeah.
That's it. They have better values. Even if they Christian leaning women have better values. I'm sorry, Crystal's women. Sorry,
Don't
Chris. I'm
We
sorry,
could have
Crystal
another
yoga.
conversation about that
Hey,
because them crystals, boy.
woo. Anyways,
Yeah. Yeah.
listen, 2017 was a rough year for me for some crystals woman. Anyways, but yeah, so she has been a Christian a lot longer than me. But now realizing I have to lead, with that's a paradigm shift
Mm,
because I'm so used to being uh I'm so used to just I guess being in charge of myself and just only myself. So being in charge of somebody else or being the leader of somebody else, that's a paradigm shift. It's something I'm still adjusting to, but it's easier with God because God gave you all the He gave you all the answers already.
yeah.
I'm saying like He gave you all the instructions, and all you have to do is follow Him, and she'll follow you.
Mm.
But you have to follow Him, especially if you want a Christian wife, because she ain't about to follow you. She ain't about to follow you to somewhere else.
Follow
She ain't
you to
about to follow,
nowhere.
she ain't about to follow you. You know what I'm saying? Um, like I said, my wife was not was. She's been a Christian her whole entire. She's been a Christian her whole entire life, and I would call myself a new Christian, but now I'm at the point where I'm kind of. And I told her this. I said, there's gonna be a shift where I start knowing more about this than you, and you
Yeah.
have to be okay with that.
Hmm.
I told her something the other day that kind of like we argued about it for like 3 days.
Man.
And it's so
Biblical related?
yes, it's so funny because we were catching a stride where it was like we love talking about the Bible together. And I said this one thing to her and she totally like rejected it. She couldn't accept it. And I wouldn't give up on it. Are you curious to know what the thing was?
I would love to know what the thing
Okay.
was.
Uh, I think somewhere in Mark, Jesus says, of the hour, no one knows, no man. no angel, but only the Father knows. And I told her Jesus knows the hour. And she was like, and she said, Jesus specifically said only God knows the hour. So we had a big, like long, not big long, but like a long.
I can see where that debate kicks off.
Oh, yeah. But the question is Jesus God? Is he God?
I would say yes.
He is God. As a matter of fact, Jesus is literally the God that appeared to Abraham. The word appeared to Abraham. The word of the Lord. Who's the word?
Jesus.
In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God.
Mm.
As a matter of fact, the angel of the Lord, which is who? Jesus,
Jesus.
is who appeared to Moses and said, I am that I we could read you could open it up. You could open it up if you want, bro.
I'm gonna write this down because
I
you're
think
giving me
it's
homework.
bro, I think it's in Exodus maybe 15, but it says the Lord who appeared to Moses from the bush, that was Jesus. So the point is Jesus is God, and if Jesus can do only what he sees the Father do, and if they move together, and if Jesus says, "I'm coming soon," does he know the hour?
Because how would he know it soon
Because
if
how
he
would he
don't?
know it soon? Now the thing is, the translation. Paul later there's a verse where Paul later says, I've chosen to not know anything but Jesus Christ. Does that mean Paul doesn't know anything at all except Jesus? Or he's chosen not to talk to you or make known anything but Jesus Christ? So, of the hour, this still works if you say of the hour and the day, no one can make known but the Father. It makes sense. Jesus took a humbler position as a servant, as a human. He can't tell you, he won't tell you because he's obedient to the Father.
This is
Bro, I'm dug in,
it.
bro.
Wow.
I'm dug in, bro.
Nah,
Like,
because now I gotta and see. I wasn't. You said you was gonna read after this. I wasn't. Now I am.
you got,
So
bro, you have to
because
go. I
this is
felt, mm,
nah. You have me thinking about the word in a very different way right now.
bro, what is the word? Who is the word? Jesus is the word.
Jesus.
As a matter of fact, it said Jesus is your creator. Jesus made you, literally. It says that in the same John 1:1. It says that. It says everything that was made through him, and through him nothing that was made wasn't made. He made everything. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Write that down.
So
You're
this
gonna
is the
see a message from me in the coming weeks.
bro.
If you
Listen,
don't,
we could do Bible
we
study.
we
I'm
we
with it.
gonna we gonna do this because
Bro,
this is
this
this
is
is
the
dope.
reason I'm so passionate about Jesus. Because what you're literally telling me is the God who created me, the God who created all of us, loved us so much that he came and became one of us to live our experience
Mhm. Put
and
on
died
flesh.
a horrible death, went to hell,
One.
conquer it so that we don't have to suffer that fate. That's, bro. Mm,
And
that's
it's like when
crazy.
you understand that concept, it's hard to grasp. Like I get it, but it's hard to grasp why people don't accept God.
Bro, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I had no idea Jesus was a real person up until maybe 2 years ago.
For real.
I did not know.
Who did you think he was before?
A mythical figure.
That makes sense. I can see why
Bro,
people would think that, but yeah, nah,
I'm
he was
I'm
here.
I'm telling you, even after the experience that I had, It took me this is like months, just a couple of months, I'm dug in like this. Even after the experience I had, and then we read the whole Bible, I still did not know that this man walked the earth for real. I thought there was no evidence of him walking the earth. I didn't know. I had no idea.
Mm-hmm. No,
And
the
it,
evidence is there.
bro, I had no idea. So because I'm like, I be telling people I'm like a logistic logic. I'm like, wait, this person was real?
He said, no way. How?
Oh no, that means all of this is real.
Yes,
Because,
1000%.
bro, if I be asking people like, what is the name of your grandfather's great grandfather?
I,
You don't know.
no,
You have no idea.
not at all.
You have no idea. And it's not like there couldn't be records of this person. All right, what is the name of the president from just off the top of your brain 50 years ago?
50 years ago,
You don't
I don't
know.
know. Jimmy Carter?
Who
I'm
knows?
guessing.
The
Who
point
knows?
is we had video, we had all this stuff. You don't know. What year is it?
2024.
Why is it 2024?
Yeah. Then we start keeping track after Christ died. Wouldn't it
So
be
you telling
2024 AD? Is that how
you
it works?
telling me
After death?
you telling me this person was so important.
We shifted the calendar. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, come on now.
One man's death changed the whole world, man.
What are you
Literally.
talking? And one man who wasn't a king, first of all, he the king of kings. Don't take that out of context.
Lord of
He,
Lords.
he was a humble carpenter from a he wasn't even some type of earthly royalty.
Not at all.
He was just some Jewish man.
Was our age.
I'm about to be in my Jesus year, actually, which is so crazy that I'm learning so much right now. But this is that that's crazy. How do we know so? How was this person
Mhm.
so important? Oh, now I need to figure out who this is, and I need to know
Bro,
everything that
the
this is.
Bible is such an amazing place, bro,
Bro,
because you
oh
learn
my
so
God.
much. And it's like every time you read it, you learn something new. Like
Every single it's living.
when I found out that pretty much all the disciples were teenagers,
What?
that blew my mind, bro.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Bro, it blew my mind. And I'm gonna find the verse and send it to you. But there's a point where they all enter into this town and you have to pay a tax, right?
Uh-huh.
But the tax is only for people, I think, older than 18, right? So
Wow.
Jesus paid it, and I think it was either Paul or Peter, one of them. So only them two paid it, which means everybody
Wow.
else was younger,
Wow.
right?
See,
And I don't know the
I love
exact
stuff
age
like
or
that.
whatever, but I'm gonna find that verse. And then someone broke that down and explained it to me, and I was like, okay, this makes sense. But then you look in the Bible of like their different interactions with Jesus
Hmm.
and the
And it
questions they
makes
would
so much
ask
sense.
Jesus. And it's like, okay, if I was 16, 17, I
Yeah.
would ask these same questions about
Yeah.
Jesus. So
Yeah.
it puts it all into perspective. And then it's like, you're never too young to be dug in about God
Hmm.
because they was mad young.
Hmm.
So it's like, man, it puts a lot in perspective, bro.
Bro, the crazy thing too is the craziest thing about the disciples to me is they walked among him, but still, when Jesus was going to get crucified, he told them, Peter, you gonna deny me 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
They saw him walk on water, they saw him do the multiply the fish, they saw him do all
Everything,
these things,
every last thing.
and still, when they saw him die, they scattered.
It was a gruesome death. I might have
They,
folded too. I
bro,
ain't gonna lie to you.
facts. They scattered. And then he came back and they were fearless. They went and they died for him.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you that don't make sense. You can't make that up. Ain't nobody going, nah, this, nah, this gotta be the truth.
It's
You
got
know,
to be because there's no other way to go
bro,
through that and you're back.
let me ask you, do you know about, I'm gonna send it to you because I don't want to stick on it. Do you know about the first word in the Bible?
No, isn't it what in the beginning? Is it in? What's the first word in the Bible?
In the beginning.
In the beginning, yeah.
I'm gonna send you something that's gonna blow your mind.
Okay.
I'll explain it to you, but when you see it, you'll be like, the word in
Definitely
the
send it.
beginning, Bereshit. That's when you break that word down, all the letters, it spells out the whole story of Jesus in the first word of the Bible. It says,
Bible is so
bro, it's living, bro. It's crazy. There's so much stuff I've learned about the Bible that I'm like, I'm dug in. Like you can't shift my mind. Like you can't shift nothing about it because I'm already dug in. And the crazy thing is, like I said, I didn't know Jesus was a real person. So I had to have the faith first
Mhm.
before I even had the knowledge. The faith brought me to the knowledge.
Yes.
So that's it.
Man.
Yeah.
I we could do this forever, dog. I
That's
like
what I'm
this.
saying,
I
bro.
like
I'm
this. We
I'm a I'm
definitely
gonna call you after, bro.
we gonna keep doing this, dog. I
I'm gonna
definitely am
call
gonna
you
read this.
after. Yeah,
But
bro. It's so much. This is why I went back and I'm reading it again now on my own volition without my
mm,
wife saying, "Hey, we reading this verse and this verse and this verse today with a Bible plan." Because now that I want this for myself, it's like, oh, okay, I'm seeing things that I ain't even see there
you
before.
connecting the dots, man. So the last question I want to ask you
Hmm.
is, and I ask this to every guest, what is one piece of advice that you would give to the younger version of yourself? And I feel like your answer gonna be different than a lot of people's.
Uh, piece of advice. I was not ready for this question.
That's okay. Most people aren't. And I
Like
ask it to everybody, and people still be like, "Oh man, dang, that's a
the only thing I could say is seek Jesus. And I feel like even if I said that to my younger self, I wouldn't understand. I could be my younger self wouldn't understand.
wouldn't be able to receive it."
Wouldn't be able to receive it. And it's so funny because I feel like the Bible says the Bible says even if somebody came back from, I think this was Lazarus, when Lazarus was in the pit, or the king, one of them, and he was in hell, and he said, "Please bring me back from the dead so I could warn everybody." And God said, even if somebody died and came back and tried to warn them, they wouldn't listen.
And it's true.
And then what God did.
Died and came back, and there's still people not listening.
So even if I could go back and tell myself, my younger self, a piece of advice, I wouldn't listen because I'm whoever I was when I was young. I'm receiving all of this now because I'm ready. My younger self was not ready to receive anything that I have to say.
And see, this is why I say your answer would be a little different than everybody else's.
Bro,
I knew it was going to be different
that's
because
crazy. What's
just
usually the answer? Stay in school?
nah, it's a lot of different answers, but a lot of them is like, oh, be confident, be sure of yourself, different things like that. But this one is like,
We just went through all that be confident, be sure of yourself stuff. It has nothing to do with you. You know what
yeah,
I mean? And I can't tell him, hey, be confident in Jesus. He wouldn't know what I'm talking about. He's like, yo,
yeah.
shut up. You're not me.
You don't know me like that, dog.
Where your hair at? You ain't even got no
Not the
hair. Get
hair.
out of here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my younger self wouldn't be able to receive it. And you can't go back. That's it. It don't exist. You cannot go back. You can only move forward. And the only way forward for eternal life is through Christ Jesus. So
Amen.
that's it.
Well, my good brother, I appreciate you coming on the show.
We did it.
We did it, man. I don't even
We
know how
did it.
long this has been going, but I'm glad it's been going. And I know this is going to bless somebody. So for
I hope
everyone who
so.
came on and tuned in with us, everyone who watches this video, I appreciate you tapping in. And until next time, this is Daily Dimensions. Peace.
We signing off.